Guys, it is time for some fairy action. I hope you like the black and blue playstyle because we are going to be aggressive, we are going to be controlly, and we also do have some late game tricks that I want to show you today. So the deck is built around the Lorwyn Eclipsed Fairies quite a lot, and I just wanted to try out the Flitterwing Nuisance because I really do like the card. It is a 2/2 for 1 that comes with a -1/-1 counter, and for 3 mana we can remove a counter from the creature, and then whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw a card. So the idea is to deploy a lot of quick and cheap fairies and then fill up your hand to keep going with it and finish the game in the late game. So what other fairies do we want? We want the Glamour Grifter, for example, which is a 2-mana fairy that is a 1/2, has flash. We will talk about that in a second. And when a creature enters, we can choose up to another target creature, and then it gets it gets base power and toughness 4/4 and all creature types. The types are not really that big of a deal, but making our Flitterwing Nuisance a 3/3, keep in mind it is a 2/2 with a -1/-1 counter, in turn 2 can make for very good combat tricks. We have other ways to fill up our hand, for example the Voracious Tome-Skimmer, which is a 2/3 flying fairy, and it says whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you may pay a life, and if you do, you draw a card. Again, we want to play all of these cheap fairies and then get our hand filled up again, so we can keep going and we will never run out of resources by depleting the enemy's resources. How do we do that? First of all, we do have nowhere to run. That gets a creature -3/-3. Also has flash, so we can play it in the opponent turn to also draw some more cards. And it is an enchantment that stays on the board. A little bit of that later. We also do have Noggle the Mind. Another enchantment that makes a creature 1/1 and it loses all creature types, which is really good, actually. I was kind of hesitant because it leaves a creature on the board, but since we all have evasion with our fairies, all of them are flying, it doesn't matter too much. We can just fly over them, and we have another permanent on the board, which is interesting later. I have one copy of Lockmare because I like this card. It's not a fairy, but it's very handy. Comes with 3 -1/-1 counters. It's a 4/5 for 2 mana. Very strong. We can remove 1 counter for 2 mana to draw a card, or 2 counters for 3 mana to tap a creature and put a stun counter on it. So it's a bit of control. Again, not really the thing here that we need, but it's a thing that I have and I wanted to play it here. And then we also have the Glen Elendra Guardian. It's another flash fairy. Oh, here we go. Comes with a -1/-1 counter. Remove a counter. Counter target non-creature spell. Controller draws a card. So we delay, and it's also a nice 3/4 body, which is a substantial amount of damage when you think about it. Over time, we will kill the enemies. And also, speaking over time, the Bitterbloom Bearer is in the house here. We have 2 copies of it because I didn't want to craft all of them. It's probably a good idea to do anyways. You can probably get rid of the Lockmare and get more of these because it is a good old Bitterblossom in form of a creature that also has flash. Again, it can draw cards off of the Tome-Skimmer, and you pay a life at the beginning of the upkeep and you produce a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature with flying. We produce a big board, and yes, it costs us life, but our board will grow bigger over time and we attack with more creatures over time so that the life payout, or the life cost, is not that big of a deal. Now, I'm talking about a lot of permanents here, and I wanted to, again, deploy as many as possible, and that is because I also run 2 copies of Mirrorform. This is our late game shenanigans. Mirrorform is an instant that says each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent, which means we can make our extra fairies, our enchantments that have already done their thing, we can make them creatures, for example. Our creatures, enemy creatures, or big artifacts that they play, or big whatever. We can copy anything except for auras. So you can do some kind of shenanigans like attack with all of your flying units. Some of them might not get blocked, and then Mirrorform after declare blocker step to make them something big that was on the board on the enemy side. And because they weren't blocked to begin with, you have massive damage that you can now roll in. Or you can, again, make some other cool things. It's kind of dependent on what the enemies play, because our creatures are not that good of a target. But again, we have some kind of 3/4s. If all of our 1/1 flyers are all of a sudden 3/4 flyers, it might be enough. Keep in mind, guys, aggressive deck means that we're gonna destroy enemies' health quite early, and Mirrorform can actually get us the edge in the late game. Our early control also consists of 2 Spell Snare and 2 Spell Pierce, just to get some extra counter shenanigans, which also again draws us card thanks of the Tome-Skimmer. And I'm running 3 copies of Essence Scatter because I cannot have big enemy creatures linger on the board and I need to control the board a little bit. So therefore, take that. I feel like you could also probably run some kind of raw removal, just some kind of good old... any form of Doomblade, you know? Or maybe even Requiting Hex. Mana base is... you know, that multiversal passage so that we have the ability to fix our mana since Bitterbloom Bearer is double black and usually we want to start out with 1 blue, so it's kind of nice to have the watery grave here that gives us both colors. Not too sure about the Temple of Deceit. I think it's a bit too slow because it always comes in tapped, but then also I have 1 Cavern of Souls that takes fairy as the creature type so that we have that kind of uncounterable fairy drop when we need it. And then we have 1 more spell here, that's the Glenalandra's Answer. This spell can't be countered, it's a counterspell, 4 mana instant. It counters all spells and abilities of my opponents. And we create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature with flying for each spell and ability countered that way. So if we have anything that triggers an amazing amount of things, we're just gonna drop Glenalandra's Answer, the stack is gonna get cleared off of the opponent's things, and we're gonna generate some fairies. I have 1 off here because I wanted to try it. I think it's not a must, but it was a mythic I had lying around, so I was like, why not? And, you know, it comes in handy every now and then. Guys, that's the build. I hope you have a lot of fun in the video. If you do, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We are on a quite new channel here, but there's more Magic the Gathering Arena content coming out on this one. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Helps me out a ton and helps you out because you get the notifications. And now it's time to hit the battlefield. Alright guys, first round. Let's see what we can do here. We have Gatesy, the Mighty. We have our lands. We don't really have an early fairy, but we can play Nowhere to Run to control the board. I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. If you bring your Badger Mole Cubs and your Llanowar Elves, I have an answer to that. I mean, you're on the play. But yeah, let's see. Maybe we find the Nuisance. That would be cool. First round, 1 drop. Oh, I'm on the play. Okay, never mind. Yeah, sure. Then I would say we're gonna start with a good old island. There you go. Got a forest. You got the Llanowar. You know what that means. Oh, do you actually? Do we hold Essence Scatter for the Cub? Well, we have 2 of these Nowhere to Runs, right? So let's drop them directly. We don't know if they have a Cub or not. And I don't want them to ram, so I'm gonna do it right now. I could have also waited. Oh, there you go. Hedge Maze. Dimension Exile. Enchant basic land you control. When the aura enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until the aura leaves the battlefield. Ugh. That's kinda nasty. So, question is, do we bring the Tome-Skimmer already and keep drawing cards? Or do we need Essence Scatter open? We have Nowhere to Run again. I think we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna flash in the Nowhere to Run next round. Hopefully we get the land drop so we can also Essence Scatter. And then start the push. Just keep it under control. There's the Verge. You wanna destroy that? We're just reading. Reading the card explains the card. Dimension Exile. They are taking it away. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. Alright then. I think I want my island. And I want it untapped. And we're gonna go to the next phase. Your turn. We can always flash that thing in. The Ooze. There's nothing I can do against that. Alright. Where are your creatures? There's a creature. I'm gonna Essence Scatter that thing. Get out of here. It's not allowed. Thank you. Cool. We can counter non-creature spells with the Glenalandra Guardian, but they're gonna start producing some mutagens, which is a problem for us. Okay. The Flitterwing. Sure. So finally we have a creature on the board. Again, I mean, we had the Tome-Skimmer earlier. More mana. I cannot have that. Nope. Big nope on the Ouroboros. Roid. There you go. No creatures allowed here. I mean, it's kind of cool if you can keep the board clear and they produce their mutagens. That's fine by me. Absolutely. They can have as many of these tokens as they want. If they cannot apply to anything, we're fine. Turtle Van, I would say... Is that okay? This thing can escalate like crazy. I can let them draw a card, which is... a thing... Wait, we don't have the mana. Oh, I needed 5? I'm only a... No, wait, we got 5. Yeah, it's fine. Never mind. Counted it correctly. So, we're gonna get the plus, the -1/-1 counter here. We're gonna remove it and then counter the Turtle Van. There you go. Get rid of that, please. I need time. Next round, we probably stock up on a bit of hand. Removing this counter here. You got a land, perfect. Again, they can have all the lands in the world, they can have all the artifacts in the world, unless it's creatures. Keep the board clean. Fair. So you got how many now? 2? That's fine. We got the nowhere to run. Really good. Can draw with the Tome-Skimmer. I think this is better. Let's do that. Wait. If I give them mana next round, if I let them untap, they can in response get these tokens sacrificed. Yeah, right. We need to take care of Mikey now. Alright. Let's do it. I wanted to flash it in. But maybe it's even better because now we got 3 flyers next round and we can fill our hand that way. Okay. Mutanimals! You're starting to get creatures. You got 2 of them now. That's a problem. You want to start putting mutagen on it? Whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So these boys are getting big. That's alright though. All the mutagen. Well, I guess we're going aggressive. We want to end this. Cool. Glamour Grifter, Bitterbloom Bearer, and a Swamp. I would say we're gonna threaten lethal here. So, here's what we do. Put another Nuisance on the board. We have the Bitterbloom Bearer in the hand as well, which is great for another flash. And I would say we end the turn. We play this in their turn. Draw another card, just in case. You can have that. Sure. I don't think they're gonna kill us. So we have lethal on the board. They need to do it now, and we still have the fairy in the hand that could produce a blocker. They have no flyer. All the mutagen, sure. It's not enough. It's 14 damage. Pass. Yep, that's cool. I got this boy. Gonna draw the card. And I'll probably scoop, I guess? I don't know. It's Mirrorform, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna say no blocks. Enjoy your damage that you dealt, and now you did. So I could make all of these fairies that we have 3/4. And have some fun with it. We don't need it even. I mean, it's good game. It's GG. Yeah, sure. Here you go. Just because I wanted to show you. Let's go. Nowhere to run is also gonna be now a fairy. So good. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And we won. Beautiful. Alright, second round. It honestly doesn't look too good here. We can noggle things. We got all the mana that we need though. And round 3 is gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be Skimmer into Glenelandra. I am not entirely sure if this is gonna go well, but I'm certainly trying. I really wonder how these are playing. I have not really played around with it too much yet, so let's enter this tapped and say go. We're giving them back their creatures, but at the same time, with Mirrorform, we have a permanent ready that could immediately attack if we make our enchantments flying fairies. Your go. You play land. There we go. So, Multiversal Passage. I think we can hold onto these. And just play a good old swamp. Noggle is ready anyways. Bring me your cub. Come on. You wanna Badger Mole it? Leyline Weaver. I mean, yeah, sure. But no. How about no mana for you? Thank you. I will build another island. And we paid it 2 life to get you in here. Threat deployed. There's the cub. Okie dokie. Lockmare. I'd say that's a yes. We're gonna actually grind through our life quite a lot here. But I want to be ahead of things. So we're gonna noggle the Badger Mole now. Not now, but in their upkeep. Sure. Do that. End turn. Upkeep. Noggle you. We draw the card. Pay the life. We get a land. Okay. Pass. No extra mana for you. That is a creature with reach? Illegal. Absolutely illegal. Okay. But here's the thing. We do have the island. We do have the stun on you, my friend. And I guess we can be aggressive as aggressive can be. Now here's the thing. If they block with their noggles, then we would lose those enchantments for later. But I think it is absolutely alright. Just get rid of them. And we end the turn. So we could either draw or Essence Scatter now. Keep the board clean. This is our premise here. We need 2 counters from this creature to stun. Yeah, have it. It's fine. The sentry is a huge problem. Pass. You want to attack? Or you want to keep them as blockers? You good? Alright. So we take that. I'm just thinking about if we want to draw or not. I think we're gonna actually do that. Let's draw a card. Another Noggle. That is perfect. That's exactly what we need. Cool. We have Mirrorform ready. Which means we will not attack with the Lockmare and leave him their Badger Mole. So we can then build another Lockmare later or something? Maybe. Problem is we need to noggle the Magnigoth. And if you take it away with Mirrorform, again they have a 4/4 reach creature later. It's difficult. It's actually difficult. Do we play Mirrorform even? Is that a thing we want later? This can enter tapped. Guess we go for it. Yeah. It's fine. I actually like that they didn't block. That's so good for us. Yeah, we have Essence Scatter for creature spell, and we have the Glenelandra Guardian for the non-creature spell ready. I would say this is an end turn situation. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Could we not have that, please? Counter target, thank you. I want to, like, to draw a card. It's good. Yeah, card draw is not good. We gotta drain your resources. And nothing else. So we pass, end of turn, probably Noggle the Sentry. My turn. Yeah. Get rid of the reach. We draw another. Another Guardian. Another Flitterwing. Okay, they scoop. They don't want to have any of that. That's fair. Alright, that is a good hand. We got the Nuisance, we have Spell Snare, Acid Scatter, and Nowhere to Run. We even have the Noggle. Watery Grave Island. That seems like a good hand. I'm gonna start with that. Let's do it. First turn, 1 drop. Let's go. The clock is on. What you got? Oh, you're an aggro player. Oh, you're gonna take away my fairy. Do you? You better do it now, because later I have the ability to make it a 2/2. I know we need 3 mana, but still. Yeah. Totally makes sense. I mean, we are... Yeah, we have to pay the life here. Yep. We're taking aggro out of the aggro player at the same time. Paying 2 life right now feels bad, man. Nowhere to Run is here. It's my turn? Okay. We're gonna play Draw Go. Yeah, we don't need that. I want an end step. Dragon Fodder. You got Goblins, you say? Sure. I don't want that. Because I want some fairies. My turn. Let's start building our army. Nice, we got the Lockmare. At the same time, I believe it is good to keep Essence Scatter ready. We are not in a rush. Again, this is gonna grow. What you got? You wanna have a big creature? I mean, this guy looks like small creatures. Lots. This is a goblin deck, let's be real. Another Dragon Fodder. You have it. More goblins. I think we're fine if we're just taking away their key creatures. Uh-huh. Pass. My turn, you say. Could take one of the goblins away, but you know what? These are not a threat to me. We need land. Let's go attack. If you keep doing that, we're gonna stay ahead. What I think I need to control them. Bringing the Voracious Tome-Skimmer is probably not too helpful. Although I really want it on the board, but I just can't. I could get the Lockmare out, but I would like it to also have the Essence Scatter, Noggle the Mind, and or Nowhere to Run available to me. Yeah, this guy needs to go. Do we scatter it? Sure. Yeah, it's fine. That's a big no thank you. At the beginning of an end step, if you attack, create a red goblin creature token. That's not good. But you got sheltered by ghosts? Okay. That's good for you. Are kind of ahead. Do we want to stay ahead? How much burn do you have in your deck? I think I'm gonna go no block here and keep attacking. Still no land. That is a problem. Well. Let's keep going. I mean, I have a blocker that is a bit bigger and can eat a goblin or two. We need 1 more mana so we can play around the ward. There's Kenko. That guy needs to go quickly, so... We're gonna probably go nowhere to run on him immediately. Yeah, and that before he's able to do a thing. So we don't get to draw the card, but we have another permanent on the board for Mirrorform to do something cool later. Scry one. I think I need the land. We gotta actually hit our land drops. Cool. It's fine. We are still very much ahead in terms of damage output. We are winning the race right now against the Goblin deck. That's so cool. So, what are you gonna do? That is a thing. 2 soldier creatures, +1/+1 in haste. Absolutely good. Alright, all of a sudden we are on the back foot. Kind of. Okay, we need to find another removal spell so that we can actually get the Sheltered by Ghosts back. Or destroyed, and we get our Bitterbloom Bearer back. Yeah, they are bringing more and more creatures. Do we draw a card in hopes that we get a land? I think I need to noggle this to draw the card from the Tome-Skimmer. To attack us. Gotta keep going. We have to. End the turn. 6 life against 10. We have 4 next round. Potentially... yeah, 6 more or less. Actually. That is a 4/5 creature, correct? I could Mirrorform my Lockmare or whatever they bring. Exhaust. Other creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. Or create a dragon dinosaur. They have the mana to do that. It's nasty. So noggling doesn't do anything here. Yeah, you get your counters. Interesting. That is very interesting. You don't do the exhaust thing? You would have had so much pressure on us. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna noggle now. It's fine. We draw the land. Okay. So we got 4 creatures. Actually 5 with the nowhere to run. Which could get... could all become 5/5s. Walking 5/5s. I mean, again, we are threatening lethal here. Potentially. So they have to block. But then... what? I think it's our only chance anyway, so let's just do it. We're gonna pay another 2 life. We gotta... actually, Mirrorform is an instant. If 2 of our creatures go through after blockers, we actually have it, right? I think that's how it works. Let's declare attackers. Next. Let them declare blockers. Which is fine. We got a Mirrorform then. We're gonna copy you, my friend. All of our guys are now 6/6 even. And we win the game. Beautiful. Lieutenant Dan's legs. Oh my god, that name. Alright, that looks like a good hand. We have Spell Snare, we have the Bitterbloom Bearer. It looks fantastic. And we are on the draw, which is also not too bad. So I think we go Passage, untapped, for 2nd round Spell Snare. And then into... Swamp is a problem here. We gotta go... we have to have double black in order to get the Bitterbloom Bearer out. What is more important? Getting our fairy army going or destroying something on their end? I think it depends on what they have. A swamp. Duress. Okay. Take the Spell Snare then. I think that solves our problem. We go Bitterbloom. Hand Hate is probably not the worst thing in the world for us, because they're the res whiffs here. That's good. I mean, it's obvious what we are doing now. Might as well hold it, though. Because they don't know what our last card is, and they might want to play around that, potentially. You got another DRS? Okay. Unholy Annex. Yep. So you want to play some demons and life trading stuff, huh? It's fine. Have it. Resolve. Draw a card, lose a life. I'm gonna get my Bara now. Okay, very nice. We got the Noggle, which is nice. It doesn't really do a lot yet, though. So here we go. Island into the Tome-Skimmer. So we set that up already. And now we have 2 threats on the board that the enemy probably wants to get rid of. What you got? It's kind of important. They want to have a demon for the other door here. Oh, for the one that they have already, the Unholy Annex. Another one, interesting. And we can make this demon not be a demon anymore, because they also lose all of their creature types, which is so good. Oh, okay. So far, so good. They're digging. But we are killing them right now. I think I need another island. Definitely. Sure. I would say we end the turn. We have the Noggle ready for playing it in the enemy's turn, making something a 1/1. And honestly, are we lethal next round? We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 are missing. Which in return means that I should probably get the Glen Elandra Guardian just to threaten lethal. Unless they find some kind of flyer or removal. Anything? That is removal. Okay, so what can we do from here? Nothing really. Yeah, that destroy everything that costs 2, which is fine. Have it. Which means I now definitely want to play you. Because I want to pay alive and get another card. Gotta keep that pressure up. So important. They are dying though. They are down to 5, and you know what? Hold on. Remove a counter from the creature, counter target non-creature spell, its controller draws a card. We need 5, right? This costs 2. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We can Noggle our guy, counter our spell, get the counter down. We are at 3 on the right fairy and 2 on the left, and we got it in the end. Beautiful. Alright, we got one more. Let's do it. Alright, I'm Berg, or Imberg. Who knows? We have a pretty good starting hand. We have our turn 1 drop, we go first, we have our removal. I think that's perfect. And we even have our turn 3 already sorted. Okay, so I think the path is very, very clear. We go Island into Nuisance. And if we need to, we go and play Nowhere to Run, otherwise we go Temple of Deceit. Can we leave that alive? I don't think so. Goodbye. It is a lifelink deck, it seems. So, I don't know. Is it like complete lifelink, or is it something Descent, Scry? Interesting. Don't touch my cards. Nah, it's fine. Go read them. So the temple comes in tapped. And I never know, is this a good card in the deck that usually wants to be somewhat aggressive? Yeah, I think we've already figured that out. So whenever they gain life, they put a counter on this, and when it dies, the counters go to another creature. That is a creature we want to destroy, so Let's scry first. That's a swamp. I like swamp, to be honest. Let's hit our land. It's good. And I'm gonna drop it right now. Before it gets bad. Okay. All attack. There we go. In case we need to, we can noggle. It's another flyer. Whenever it enters, gain a life, draw a card. It already did its thing now. Okay. It's not easy. Definitely not. I'm gonna not attack. You have that. It's fine. I'm running out of juice, which is a problem. So we need to refill our hand. Big time. Ideally... let me think about this. I wanted to say, ideally, we have another land next round, but maybe that's not true. Let's see. Another observer. Sorry, observer, overseer. It's okay. Glamour Grifter is certainly a card. Yeah. We can make our guy 4/4, which is, again, it has a -1/-1 counter, so it's gonna be a 3/3, but it's still good enough. We go all attack. Let's go. Wanna block? I wouldn't mind if you let it go through. Oh, you want to? Sure. Surprise, mother flipper. There you go. We dealt 2 damage. We have Noggle for the next round, so we can draw a card of the Tome-Skimmer. Okay. 5 mana is a lot. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. That is quite big. Yeah. That's okay. Sheltered by ghosts. Interesting. What do you want to take away from me? Have it. Uh-huh. You can have that. I don't even care. It's fine. Yeah, sure. Okay. I think I have already figured out what I want to play and how I want to play it. Please attack. Come on, do it. Go. Thank you. Okay, we noggle the eagle away. Gonna draw the card. Another Glamour Grifter is really nice. So now you're a 3/1 and I can block you? And I get back my Nuisance? And take your creature away? That sounds pretty good to me. Alright, we got 5 mana, so we can flash in the Guardian and counter a non-creature spell. Or I could draw 2 cards and Glamour Grift. Nah. Not yet. Okay. Here's the thing. I want to get the flash trigger of the Tome-Skimmer, and then we have 3 creatures that we can then draw cards off of. Bad Bird. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life. You can have that. Want to shelter by ghost again? It's another flying creature, which is a bit of a problem. But not too big, because Glamour Grifter can make our boys bigger again. I wonder if Mirrorform is good now. We got 2 nowhere to run on the battlefield, which could be fairies or any kind of creature. Honestly, the Empyrean Eagle would be a great target. Although, hold on, how would it work then? Currently it is a 1/1 Noggle without any abilities. I would probably copy that, right? Destroy target enchantment, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. Yeah, how about no? Let's flash it in real quick. There you go. We're gonna counter it. There. You have a card, but I have a pretty big fairy. There we go. Multiversal Passage. Let me think about this. We need 3 mana from here. We need 2 mana from the Glamour Grifter, which I certainly probably wanna play? I'm not sure, actually. So we can bring in this thing tapped. Okay. So first of all out attack. Let me go for that. What's happening here? I love that we have the options. No blocks, you say. Well, in that case... I'm gonna activate my ability to draw some cards. Sure. Take it. 11. Thank you. Ooh, Spell Snare. I think we have some great opportunities to play it strong here. Holy moly. Get that island on the board, and they are scooping. Alright. Man, I needed to think about a bit of what I wanted to do. It's fine. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.